So does NoLag VPN work or not? For those of you that have been keeping up with my channel, you know I've been running tests for the last several weeks to answer that question. I don't want to waste anyone's time, so for the people that don't want to watch this whole video of me explaining my testing method and just want a simple answer, yes, does it work, or no, does it not work? The answer is yes. I'm 100% convinced that the VPN works, if you haven't already noticed the content on my channel showing that. So if that's all you wanted to know, all I ask for you is to hit the like button below to help out the channel. Now for the rest of you that want to see the details of my testing, let's get started. So pretty much why I did all this testing was because just like you, I was curious whether VPNs actually work on Warzone or not. I've been playing Warzone since day one Verdansk days, and I would always hear about the VPNs giving all these bot lobbies and that all the big streamers were using them to get content. During this whole time, I was super skeptical, and every time I would watch a video of people explaining how the VPNs work, they would only test them out for one day, which I thought was ridiculous because the matchmaking in Call of Duty always seemed to be all over the place. Sometimes you could get a day of easy lobbies, and then other times you would go 3 days with just sweaty lobbies. I always wanted to test it out for myself because I hate skill-based matchmaking, but at that time I was only on console and the VPN wasn't working for console yet, which it is now by the way. But I have a PC now, so that's what I tested it on. Basically, what I did is a few weeks ago, I started playing 3 consecutive solo matches every single day for 8 days without a VPN. Then I followed that by doing the same thing again for 8 days, but this time I turned the VPN on. I have the results of those matches right here. But if you wanted to actually go and watch each individual match that I played, I made 2 separate playlists on my channel, one with the VPN on and one with it off. And you can find that on my channel right here. You just go to playlists, and then here's the 2 playlists. Here's the one with the VPN on, one with the VPN off. So feel free to watch those if you're interested. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the match results with and without the VPN. Feel free to pause the video if you want to see each individual match result. The left side is my results from my games with the VPN off, and then the right side is with the VPN on. Now before I discuss the results, I have to show you guys why I have 2 final KD results here with the VPN off. So originally I was only going to do 7 days of gameplay, not 8. The reason I included an extra day is because of this, day number 3. I tried to keep things with limited variables as much as possible, but on day 3 I made the mistake of using the completely broken dual magnum class that was literally nerfed in, I think it was like 24 hours. You can see my performance on this day was abnormal, so I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to pull that off if it wasn't for how broken the magnums were. So that's why I included the final KD with and without that day. So as you can see, my final KD was a 2.71 at the end of the first week without a VPN, or a 3.07 if you include day 3. My final KD with the VPN on was a 3.9. That's a 44% improvement in my performance with the VPN on. I also want to point out that on day 6, I actually broke my PR with 34 kills and 0 deaths. You can watch that edited gameplay on my channel right here. Or if you want to watch the full unedited version, just go to my playlist. Then go to the playlist with the VPN on, and you'll find it on day 6 right here. And honestly, I highly recommend every single one of you watch that, because it's insane how bad the players actually were. I've been playing Warzone since day 1, 2020, and never in my life have I gone into that kind of lobby where the players just didn't know how to shoot back. And since using the VPN, I've gone into those kind of lobbies at least a few times a week. So I know that the VPN is working for sure, no doubt about it. But don't expect every single match to be like that. How the VPN works is by tricking the skill-based matchmaking in Warzone to think that you're super far away from the server. So instead of it trying to find a lobby based on your skill, it's just going to put you in the first lobby it can find, essentially. Now the lobby could be the easiest lobby of your life, or it could be super sweaty, so don't freak out if it's sweaty because that's bound to happen. Like I said, it tricks the matchmaking system and puts you in the first lobby it finds, so it could still be a sweaty lobby. But anyways, back to the testing results. Like I mentioned before, I did try limiting as many variables as I could. For most of the matches, I pretty much used the same loadout. I also played at the same time every day. I landed at the same spot every day. And I connected the VPN to the Ghana server every time. Although I do want to test out the other servers, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference since it's not actually putting you in that country. It's just tricking the SBMM to think that you're there. The last thing I wanted to mention about my testing results, as you can see, I was getting high pings with the VPN on and off, but for some reason, when I would get higher pings with the VPN on, it didn't quite feel like it. For example, it didn't feel like the bullets were following me around walls when I was trying to get away. I have no idea why that is. Maybe it's just because people weren't landing the shots as accurately on the VPN lobbies, or what I think is that the ping isn't actually as bad as it shows in the game when using a VPN. If you guys have any idea why that might be, go ahead and leave that in the comments. But that's pretty much all I have to say about the testing. I did want to mention for full transparency that I'm not at all sponsored by NoLag, but I did make an affiliate link which you guys can find in the description of this video to get a massive discount. Also, for those of you wondering if this works on console, it does now work, and you can find that info on the website. I also have a video on how to install it on PS5, which I'll link in the description as well. If you guys have any other videos you wanted me to make, such as how to get more consistent ball lobbies using the VPN, or even if you want me to test the VPN on quads instead of solos, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. Also, let me know if you want me to test out other VPN services, such as SBMM off, and I can do that for you guys as well. Lastly, I have a bunch of Warzone related content coming out, including gameplay tips, meta loadouts, and VPN testing. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time.